All right. Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Zachary Gutherman, and in today's live stream, I am going to be building the rest of the Lego Harry Potter The Burrow set. So I just want to make sure everything is going good. You guys should be able to all see me right now. If we take a look, I'm hoping we can. Praying, fingers crossed. Let's see. All right, awesome. We are live. That is awesome. So how's everyone doing today? I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. It doesn't look like we have too many participants right now, but that's all good. We're going to be here for quite a while, so throughout the night, more and more people will probably be hopping on, which is pretty awesome. So I'm looking forward to it. So what is going to happen tonight? Well, tonight, real simply, is going to be my live build of the Burrow. This is the 2020 Lego Harry Potter set. This set came out, like I just said, in 2020. And you guys told me to buy this. I made a video asking you guys to basically dictate how I was going to spend $100 on Lego Harry Potter stuff. And this set won with the overwhelming majority. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. This should be pretty cool. So I'm just going to get right into building. So without further ado, everybody, let's begin. All right, so let's do this. It is time to build up the Burrow. So I've got the set. I have 2 bags of parts left. So I have bags number 6 and 7, I believe. Take a look here. We'll start with bag 6. I'll just go 1 bag at a time. I've made pretty good progress so far. So we have the first story of the Burrow is done. And then we're obviously just starting up the second one. And my plan is that as we're doing this, if you guys have any questions in the chat, you can definitely feel free to ask, of course. And if not, I'm just going to have some discussion going on. I have a couple of small topics I want to just, mention, bring up, things that are relevant to the Lego community right now, things, happening involving Lego right now. And yeah, I think this should be pretty good. Should be a pretty fun time. And you guys are always more than welcome to come hang out in the chat. Let me know if you have anything you want to ask, talk about, anything like that at all. That is 100% open to you guys. And yeah, let's just do this. So I'm just going to start by opening up these bags here. And yeah, so bag number 6. It seemed like the last 2 bags of the set were kind of small, so I figured I'd do 2 bags in this video. Last time we did a live stream here on the channel, it went really well. So I'm expecting tonight should be pretty good. Not sure if it'll be as good. Doesn't really matter though. I'm just here to have fun, build some Lego with you guys, and talk about a whole bunch of different subjects. And I guess we can start by talking about the Burrow because, I said a lot actually throughout a handful of videos that I was just going to be like, oh, I don't want to get the Burrow. I don't need to get it. It doesn't interest me. Things like that. And I think if we're being honest, I was a little wrong in saying that. Obviously not in the fact that it didn't interest me because the set honestly didn't interest me that much when it first came out. But just having the set, buying it, I think it is a lot better than what I had maybe expected it to be so far, and it definitely is a lot nicer. I really expected this set to be just, the Burrow from 2011 with, obviously upgrades and stuff, but I didn't expect it to be as good as it seems like it's going to be, because the 2011 Burrow was something that I think it was just a really great set. It was a very desired set, so it makes sense for Lego to make another Burrow. But I feel like, I'm trying to get the point across here. I feel like this is the same set, basically. You get the Burrow, the fire from that scene, and then you get essentially the same batch of minifigs. So I feel like that's just, it's just one thing to keep in mind with this set. At least that's how I saw the set, at least. I didn't see it as its own unique thing, something different than what they've done before. But, it is what it is. But like I said, I'm very impressed with this so far. I definitely have mixed feelings, though, and I'm going to talk about those in the review. I'm planning on filming the review this Sunday, so you probably won't see the video on the channel until not this upcoming Monday, but the Monday after. So that's when you can expect to see that. But the idea is that I'm going to make a full-on review. I've been doing the thoughts videos on sets recently, where it's just me looking at the camera talking, oh, well, this is what I like about the set, this is what I don't. And this time I want to do something more like traditional in the review sense, but also still give it my own swing of things, make it my own, make it personal, all that stuff. So that is ultimately the plan. And yeah, so if anyone in the chat wants to ask any questions, if not, I have, like I mentioned, a series of things I want to talk about. But that's really all you gotta know for the Burrow. This video is obviously a lot better than the previous live stream I did. If we're talking quality-wise, I've been able to hook up the camera using the EOS webcam utility software, which is a pretty cool piece of software. Something that I definitely was looking forward to. You know, when they released the beta, I was hyped for it. But once it actually came out and it was actually like, oh, this is the software, you can actually use it for things, I've been loving it. I've been using it for almost everything I do. I use it for Zoom classes in school. I'll use the actual camera setup. I'll do it for like clients. I have been asked to do live streams for people in the past. And again, I'll use the EOS utility. And now I'm doing it for YouTube, which is really cool, you know, because before you had to have a video capture card in order to do anything like this. So that's obviously expensive. Is it really worth it if you're going to go live maybe 2-3 times a year on YouTube? I don't know, but this, it's a no-brainer to use, you know, because the software is basically just using my camera, you know, so it's not like I'm paying anything more. Apprentice Builds is in the chat. Hello, Apprentice. How are you doing, my man? If you have any questions throughout the stream, please be sure to ask them. We're just building the Burrow up here. And yeah, it should be pretty good. I'm enjoying the set so far. I'm pretty sure you were one of the people who actually suggested it, so it's pretty cool. So I'm working on building one of the beds right now on here. But as I was saying, yeah, the EOS utility is definitely awesome. So the stream should be not only higher definition quality, but it should also be just a better viewing experience is what I'm hoping. It takes up the full screen this time. The last time I only could do, you know, so much, so I had like a graphic covering it. And yeah, I have other graphics. You guys saw the intro I was able to embed into the beginning of this video, which was kind of cool. I got really excited when I saw I could do that. And then also the watermark was at the bottom. Now the thing with the watermark, the way I make the watermarks on my videos, I don't use the YouTube watermark because it's kind of annoying because my videos are always like, there's a lot of crop in my videos. So I'll have like the widescreen bars on screen. So if I was to use the YouTube embedded watermark, it goes over top the black bar on the bottom of the screen, which doesn't look good. And it also, YouTube's also kind of defeats the purpose of a watermark if you think about it, because, you know, the idea of a watermark is you want it to show, oh, this is my brand, this is my video, you know. And on YouTube, they put it on, and that's fine. You can see your own watermark, or the creator's watermark on YouTube, rather. But once someone downloads the video, so if you were to go to like a YouTube to MP4 downloader right now and download my video, if it was using the YouTube watermark, then my watermark's not there because the watermark is strictly on YouTube, which is kind of, I don't know, it just doesn't make that much sense. So I watermark the videos on my own. That way I can also change the positioning of it so it lines up with the widescreen bars like I mentioned on screen. I also can put it in the bottom left corner of the videos when you're watching them. That's just a better place for me, I think, to have the watermark. I like it there at least. And yeah, that's pretty much that. So there are some things I want to talk about in this video, the first of which being the LAN. There's been a lot of drama, I guess, in the LEGO YouTube community. I don't know if that's the right word, but there's been a lot of discussion lately in the LEGO YouTube community about the LAN, obviously with Ryan getting removed from it. And I figured I'd share some of my thoughts and opinions because why not? You know, I need something to talk about on the stream. And it's definitely an interesting subject, and I've seen a bunch of other people talking about it, and obviously I'm nowhere to make a full video on it. I have no reason to make a whole video on it because it really doesn't affect me at all. But I figured since we're live, we can just chat. I want to hear your guys' thoughts on it. So if you guys have an opinion on that whole situation, let me know. But if you ask me, I think it is overall great for both parties involved. Anyone who's not familiar, the LAN is the LEGO Ambassador Network. And essentially what they do is they are the people who, I'm trying to think of the right, they're basically, in a sense, they are part of LEGO's marketing team. And the idea is that the LAN sends LEGO sets out to people who are online influencers to review early, so that way, you know, you can get some publicity and some hype around the set. So the idea is, say a new set, we'll take the Winnie the Pooh set, for instance. The Winnie the Pooh set comes out, I believe, middle of March for VIPs, April for everyone else. You take that set, and the LAN would send the biggest LEGO YouTubers, the biggest people in LEGO online space, and they will send them those sets for free. And the idea is that they can review it. They have time to review it, so they don't have to, rush out and buy it. So that on release day, the set can be given to them, or not the set. So on release day, they can put out the review right then and there, which is kind of important. That way, the set gets out and advertised more. Because again, these people have big followings, so it makes sense that they would want the reviews to be out, that LEGO would want the review to be out as soon as possible and those things. So that is the basic idea of how that works. And Ryan did a live stream, I want to say, was it a week ago maybe? I'm trying to remember, but he did a live stream basically where he said that he had been, I think he said kicked out or removed, whatever the word is, from the LAN, the LEGO Ambassador Network. And, he was saying like, oh, overall he's happy about it and all that. And it looked like he was. I think it's definitely better for him, because then he gets more creative freedom with the kind of content he wants to make, because obviously he wasn't always on their good side. So I think that's overall pretty good for him. And it's probably also pretty good for the LAN, because they don't want that kind of negative, what's the word? They don't want that like negative association, with like, because there's always the YouTube drama where it's like, where Ryan made the video where it was like his not rumors, but his like projections on sets. Oh, we just lost the light. What happened there? That's very weird. Oh, we just lost a light. I think you can still see me now. Lighting looks all right, I suppose. That's really weird that happened. It's plugged in though, so I don't know why. That's really concerning. I can see the like blue light on the light is still on, like the light that says you have power. Oh, I really hope that light didn't just break. Jeez. I've had so many problems with this batch of lights. So the first batch of lights is a 3-point lighting kit. And the first one, I got them, and the way the lights work is you plug it in so it has AC power, which is basically just power from your wall, your outlet. And then the other option is you could put batteries into them. And so I figured, I'll put the batteries in the lights, see how it works, because obviously if I'm making a city video, for instance, and I'm holding the camera and I'm following around the Lego city with the camera, I want there to be light. I have a light that I put on top of the camera, and these are just nicer lights, so I figured I could put a bigger light. That way it'd be a little more like diffused even, and it wouldn't be just directional pointing right on the subject, because it did kind of look bad the way it had been done. So I figured, okay, I'll try it with the lights. And I try it, I put batteries in one of the lights, and the light starts smoking, and did not end well. The light started smoking, it burnt out, did not work, which, stunk because I had just gotten the new lights. So I was like, all right, something's not right here. So I ended up doing a little bit of research, and the lights I was given, that comes with a battery pack. So the way you take the battery pack, you put batteries inside of it, and then you hook it onto your light, essentially. And the battery pack I was sent holds 6 AA batteries. So I go on the B&H website, and I'm looking up, the reviews, because the lights that I got, I was pretty sure they were good, because, I obviously, when you're buying something expensive gear-wise, you want something that's good. So I went on, I did the research, it looked like the lights were going to be fine. So I go on B&H after the light burns out and starts, it's literally smoking. Like the Lego City room, that whole room where the city's in smelled like smoke. I quick unplugged everything because, fire hazard. The last thing I want is the Lego City burning down. I guess it would make a cool video though, but not the kind of fire in my city I would want. But so I check online, and it says that they are battery powered lights. Also, they take 4 AA batteries. But like I mentioned, the battery pack I had held 6, which meant I was basically sent the wrong thing of lights, or the wrong battery pack for the lights. So it was the right lights, but the wrong battery pack. And because of that, I had blown out the light. And I think, so I was putting the battery packs on all the lights, because I was doing a 3-point lighting setup just to check it out. That's, anyone who's not familiar, 3-point lighting is the kind of lighting I would do for my thoughts videos, where it was, like the Diagon Alley thoughts video, the 501st thoughts video, videos like that, where it's, me looking at the camera, and you got the fill light, or the key light rather, that's really bright on the side of my face, the fill, which is not as bright on the side, and I have the backlight behind me. So that was the setup I was practicing. So I was, just going through setting up all the lights, and I was just putting batteries in each one. So I put them in the first one. When I'm putting batteries in the second one and turn it on, that's when the first one started smoking. So 2 of the lights got blown out by the battery problem because they gave me the wrong battery pack, which basically meant the lights were useless. You know, I couldn't make videos with 2 burnout lights and 1 light that only works if it's plugged in, because that, you know, it doesn't give me the full range of what I'm trying to do with it. So contact B&H, send them back, and it's a whole process. Returning anything to a store online is a process, but this was, I'm not going to say it was extra difficult because it really wasn't that bad of a process. It's just you have to do more steps because you're returning, you know, an expensive piece of gear and trying to get the refund, or not the refund, trying to get like a new one sent back. So I go through all the steps. I do everything I need to do for that. So I guess probably like 2 or 3 months later is when I got these lights sent in, which are the replacements to the other ones. And they've worked fine. They had the right batteries and everything with them. And I've been using them for a whole bunch of videos. I mean, you guys have seen the videos, all the videos with, quote, nicer looking lighting. They all use these lights. I'm obviously doing the college setup, so I don't have as much space and whatever. So I just kind of have 2 lights pointing on me to give me just more light, light up my face, make it look sharper, because the better your lighting is, the sharper your camera is also going to look. So I was doing that, and yeah, we just had one of the lights come out. I'm very concerned about that because it's plugged into a power strip, that light. So it's kind of weird because that light's plugged into a power strip, which also has the camera battery plugged in, the laptop charger plugged in, and the extension cord that's powering the other light. So I don't know why. So it's not the extension cord, it's the light, which is not good. That's going to stress me out now that that's not on. We'll make it work though. Hopefully it's nothing bad. I feel like the last thing I want to do is call B&H back again and be like, I had another problem with the lights. So I don't know. I've been making tech reviews on the other channel, so maybe this is just, if I ever get around to reviewing these lights, that's something to mention in the video. But that would definitely not be good if we were down a light, because I use all 3 lights in my normal videos. And I mean, this video is only using 2, but you still need all 3 lights, you know? I actually use more than 3 lights in the main studio setup. I have the 1 light that shines on the YouTube emblem that's like behind me, and I have the other 2 of these ones on my face, and I have a desk lamp that I shoot up on myself for the backlight. And that's basically that setup, but man, I really hope that light's okay. But we'll see what happens. So what were we talking about before that happened? I think we were talking about the LAN. So yeah, basically I think it's overall a good thing for both parties involved that Ryan's no longer a member of the LAN. I think he's definitely gonna benefit from it. Just being able to be a little more open and make videos he wants to make, you know, because with the rumors thing, which I think probably wasn't a huge part of the issue, but the rumors thing where it's like, oh, take down your video because you're part of us, that makes sense. Like, you can't get, you know, mad at Lego for saying, oh, take down a video that basically is someone who's everyone knows works for us in a sense, although they don't technically get paid. It's a weird thing. But someone who technically works for you saying this is what I think is coming out, probably not the best idea. And that happens with the camera, the webcam utility, for whatever reason. I think it's because I have a mirrored camera. It just like, it makes the noise. We should be back now. You should still be able to see me. Just want to see. I made a whole deal about, you know, higher quality in the beginning of this, and now technical difficulties. But we're good. You can still see me. We should all be good. But yeah, basically, that's the LAN. I think it was overall good for both people involved. I think Ryan will have a lot more creative freedom with his videos now, which is good, because the more the creator is into the videos, the more the audience is. I've definitely noticed that. I feel like some of my best videos are the ones that I enjoy making the most. Oh, excuse me. And that's not just, you know, I think it's the best because I enjoyed it. It's, you know, the numbers say that that's good. And, you know, part of that is because I really enjoy making the city videos, and that's what a lot of you guys are here for. But yeah, so I think that's overall a really good thing. And all that. Apprentice Bill has swears, everyone. I have no idea. This is kind of like a last minute thing. I did a poor job advertising this. Because I think last time we did a stream, I asked everyone in the community tab, what was your favorite, or what day works for you, what time. And then like a week earlier, I had the stream already set up, ready to go. So it was like, you see the thumbnail for a week. And this time it was kind of like I made the video on Monday about the sets. And then come today's Thursday, I'm like, hey, we're going live. And I really didn't mention it except for a community post. Not too many people saw that. So I didn't expect a huge turnout, but you can always watch it back for anyone who missed. But yeah, the reason I'm doing it so quick, I mean, ideally, you'd think, well, I mean, you know, ideally I could have just done this for next Monday's video and made a whole, you know, made like that the week's video and, you know, advertised that I was doing a stream for a week. But I didn't really have the time to do that. And I can't really say why, but you'll see when I do the review of this set why I need to have the review basically done. So I need to have the set built and ready to be reviewed by this upcoming Sunday night. By Sunday night is when the set review is coming out. Or not coming out, is when I need to have the review done. When I need to have the set built by to review, because that's when I'm filming it, is Sunday night. So I basically need to have the set built, and I figured I'm going to be building it anyways this week. I'll go live. That way if anyone wants to, you know, hop in and join, they're more than welcome to. And yeah, so pretty poor organizing on my part. But I also didn't want to advertise that I was going to be live streaming a build before the haul video came out, because then you'd all know what the set was. And that would kind of defeat the purpose too, because, you know, if you're watching the haul video, the idea of the haul video, at least the way I see it, is you watch a haul video to see what was bought. And if I basically say in a community post, hey, I'm live streaming my build of the Burrow next week, and you see the haul video come up and it's like, what did I buy? Bought the Burrow, you know? So that's that. I'm not too worried about the low attendance, I suppose. I think it'll probably pick up throughout the night too. I'm sure the YouTube notifications are just going out or whatever, you know, because I don't know. I don't even know if notifications come out for live streams, actually. I know some channels do. I don't know if mine does. But yeah, that's basically that. That's basically that. You know, I did a poor job advertising, so I'm not too concerned with the low attendance, and I am planning on definitely posting this video after I'm done the stream. That way anyone who missed it can come back and watch. And yeah, that's pretty cool. But if you have any talking points you'd like to talk about apprentice builds, go for it. It could definitely be a much more, I guess, chill chat where there's less people, so it's more personal, if that's the word. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying at this point. But that's basically that. What am I doing? I'm trying to find parts. This set, I will say, the Burrow, being in a $100 set and just building this live, this is definitely a lot easier to build than building Diagon Alley live. Diagon Alley is a much more advanced and difficult set, let me tell you. So it's kind of funny building this. I mean, I thought 2 bags would take me like a decent amount of time, but I'm just about through the first bag. And we've been live for a little over 20 minutes, I'd say, which isn't bad. So we're making pretty good time. So I guess the next thing that was on my list of things to talk about, at least, is Lego Vidiyo, which is the new theme from Lego. And the internet is very mixed on this theme, which I think is interesting. I have a pretty not interesting. I have strong feelings on this theme, just as like in general. But I'm interested what you guys think of it, so definitely let me know in the chat. We'll like bounce back thoughts on whatever. But I don't like the theme. I don't think it's a good idea. Because in my opinion, it's just another Lego app-based theme, and it just doesn't work. It hasn't worked since Nexo Nights. It hasn't worked since before Nexo Nights. I mean, ask a new Lego fan what they think of Lego Life of George, and they probably haven't heard of it. And that's because it was another Lego app that failed. I mean, there's been so many of them. You know, I think, so we had Life of George was the first one. That was back, I want to say 2011. Then we got Lego Nexo Nights, which had a decent run. I think, when did Nexo Nights end? Was that last year or the year before? You know, Nexo Nights had an okay run, I suppose. Not great, though. Then they had, this is where it starts to get to be a lot of them. They had the Lego Fusion, whatever that was. It was like the augmented reality. And I thought that theme actually had potential when it first came out, Lego Fusion. But they did that. They had Nexo Nights. They had Life of George. They had, oh geez, there was another one, wasn't there? There definitely was. If anyone in the chat knows, what was the other Lego theme that they did? That was Hid Inside. They did Hid Inside. That was another one, app-based theme. Was there something else? I feel like there definitely was. Now I have to think. Because there's been a lot of app-based Lego themes. You had Hid Inside, Nexo Nights. Now we have Vidiyo. Was there like a Friends app theme? Or like a Friends styled? I'm trying to remember. I don't know. But there's been a lot of Lego apps that have just failed. You know, I'm literally trying to think of a Lego app that hasn't failed. And all I'm thinking is the Lego Movie Maker app. And that, I mean, maybe it failed. I mean, do people even use it anymore? But the Lego Movie Maker app was, in my opinion, the best Lego app. And it wasn't even like advertised as an app. It was just like, this is an app we have to enhance your Lego. You know, they keep trying to do all this augmented reality stuff where you scan in your Nexo Nights shields, or you scan in your little like tiles that have your record label for Vidiyo on there. And I don't know, I feel like it doesn't work. Like in my head, I'm wondering like, oh, if I'm the person in the Lego board, if I'm at like an office and I'm pitching to Lego an idea for a theme and I say, ooh, let's do another theme with new minifigs, but it's all an app. Like, I don't know. I don't see the appeal to that. And I mean, the characters in themselves, I think, look pretty cool. I mean, there are definitely some good looking minifigs in there. The llama one looks pretty cool. I think there's one of the other main ones looks cool. Like the minifigs don't look bad. It's Lego, obviously. I mean, but if you want to just make an excuse to have like, you know, the llama costume guy, just wait for the next CMF series, you know? Like you could have made, like I feel like the whole line could have just been a CMF series. But I don't know, I don't think Lego apps work, so I don't understand why they keep making them, you know? It's just, I don't know, I don't see the appeal to that. Ethan Schaefer has just joined the chat. He's asking how the build's going. It's going pretty good. I'm on bag number 6, so I have one more bag left after this. You can kind of see in front of me how much we've got. I'm working on this back section, which I guess you can't see as well because it's kind of blocked by the main burrow. Let me actually move some stuff around here. How's that? There you go. Now you guys can actually see what I'm working on. But yeah, the build's going pretty good. Welcome to the chat, Ethan. I appreciate you showing up to the stream. Right now I'm talking about Lego Vidiyo and just my thoughts on it, which are overall pretty negative. If you have any thoughts on it, definitely let me know in the chat. But yeah, I'm just not a fan of Vidiyo. I think it's another app. It's probably not going to last. Some of the minifigs, like I said, look cool. And the blind bags, you know, what is the deal with the blind bags in these? Hold up, missed a piece somewhere. I don't know, I don't see the appeal. I mean, the blind bags are cool, but I don't see the appeal of like just collecting all those guys because what's the point? They're not special characters, you know? A lot of what made Ninjago so special. And I definitely need to make, I'm definitely going to have to make a video of talking about why Ninjago was so successful and all these other themes weren't. But the reason Ninjago was so successful is because it was the characters and the story. There was no app. The only thing that went along with Ninjago was the game with the spinners, which were so cool. You know, and all these IPs, or not even IPs, it's just Lego coming up with stuff. They come up with all this stuff and they just try really hard to make it, you know, as much like, I think I messed up this build for the bed. I finished the bag and now I have a bunch of extra pieces and I'm wondering where they went. It's like big extras. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't see, what did I miss here? I don't see any appeal to those characters. I think that's why Ninjago is so popular, is because of the characters and the story arc. Ethan says he doesn't have much of an opinion on Vidiyo. Overall, view it as a bit more negatively. I think that makes sense. I feel like a lot of people are in that boat just because, you know, it's cool, but it's not that cool, you know? So I didn't miss a piece here. I must have missed on the window. I don't know. I'm not a very good Lego builder with the instructions. I don't remember if this happened during Diagon Alley, but I always mess up the instructions on builds like this. And I end up having to go back in the instructions and look for what I did wrong. Yep. All right. I see what I did wrong. Messed up the window here. But yeah, those are my thoughts on Vidiyo. Even the blind boxes, I know a lot of people are saying like that's a thing now because they made blind boxes, and I don't know if it's here to stay actually. I feel like a lot of people think it is, but I don't necessarily think so. I think a lot of why they have blind boxes is because there are a lot more parts with these minifigs. Because like if you look at the pictures of them for the CMFs, if we can even call them CMFs of that line, it's basically what is, hold up. I really messed up something in these instructions. Oh, okay, I see what I did. But yeah, the CMFs in boxes, I think it's because there's more parts involved with each CMF. Because like they have the little background that you build that has like, six tiles, six like of the tiles for the scannable things on this side, 6 over here, and some in the back. I want to say the boxes are just so they can fit all the parts in, because I can just imagine if you're putting larger parts in a CMF bag, it just wouldn't go well with the factories and the machines, because the machines have to like press down and like do all the work. You don't want to risk ruining the part. That would be my guess. So I don't think that all CMFs are going to be in boxes. At least I hope not. If they are, that would really suck, because obviously a lot of the fun of CMFs is feeling through them. I mean, even right now, I am still working technically on collecting all the Harry Potter Series 2 CMFs. I have most of them, but not all of them. So I need to, one of these next times where I'm at, hold on. What did I really messed up this build here. Hold on. So, maybe I didn't. Maybe not. So basically what happened, I don't know how well you guys can see, but you have there's the window section here. I gotta hold it like close to my face so it's in focus. But I missed putting this line on the windows. So it's like a plate is basically what I missed. And I think, yeah, so these parts on this next window are supposed to wedge in here. So that means I have to take it partially apart, but hopefully without breaking everything to get it still in. Let's see if we can do this. Okay, we got it. All right, cool. That's basically what happened. I think I've said this before on the channel, but I'm just not a very good Lego builder. Because I find it hard to just like follow the instructions at their pace. Like what I'll do when I'm building something, say we take say this page in the instructions, for instance, if we take this page in the instructions, my eye instantly goes to the bottom picture on the pages. So like usually I'll just look here and follow all the steps on this page. So I'll basically do this step and this step all with this one. Like I don't know. I feel like I don't look through each picture individually, and because of that, I'll often miss steps. I don't know. Do you guys do that? Is that like a normal thing? But for a while, I've always struggled with just like missing steps on the instructions. And then like I finish a bag and I have like a really big piece, like the 1x4 sand blue, and it's like, hey, wait a second, that should not be an extra piece. So I have to go back and look. But I do that all the time. So I guess that's your fun behind the scenes fact for today. Josh has just joined the chat. He says, hey, I was recently put on disability and your videos cheer me up. I love watching your Hogwarts updates. They inspire me to start building my own. So thank you for making me smile with the cool display. Oh, Josh, that's awesome. I'm sorry to hear that you were put on disability, but man, I'm so glad that the videos can help you, just cheer you up. I mean, that's why I make them, is for people to enjoy them. Josh, that's really awesome. I'm really glad that you enjoy the videos, man. Wow, that's awesome. It's funny. I was actually thinking, this is like no joke, on my walk. So I'm at school right now. So the way my night went is I got back from the gym and I had like 3 hours before the stream was supposed to start. So I set up everything and I like went to pick up food. And on my way over to pick up food, I was thinking to myself, kind of like what I was telling Apprentice Builds earlier, that like, there's probably not going to be that many people, I didn't really advertise this well. I was literally making the Instagram post advertising this as I was like starting the stream, and I didn't put in all the hashtags, so I'm thinking there wasn't going to be that many people. But then I just think of like always that like 1 in 1,000 comments is always someone who's like seriously impacted by the channel. And just, I mean, hearing the videos cheer you up, man, that's awesome, dude. That's really awesome. I'm very glad that that's the case. Yeah, that's amazing. You know, that's a lot of why I mean, I don't know. I just love making videos for people. And if it actually is helping you, that's amazing, because obviously I don't know what you're going through. But if that is helping you and my videos are cheering you up and inspiring you to start building, man, that's awesome. That's really awesome. So Josh, thank you so much for watching, man. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos, and I hope that they keep being good for you and you keep enjoying them. That's really awesome. You know, I really like seeing the impact that videos can make on people. I saw one person's video, one subscriber commented on the Harry Potter display video. We're moving on to the last bag. See, I told you they're like small bags. Like, I feel like this could have been one bag with this and the previous bag. But anyways, when I made the Harry Potter display video, the Decade of Harry Potter, which you should definitely check out, by the way. When I made that video, someone commented on it saying that, like, oh, your display inspired me to start my own display. And I was like, oh, that's really cool. And they're like, I even made a video of it. I'm like, that's awesome. So I went and watched the video. And man, that was just so cool seeing that guy's display. It literally looks so similar to my display. He has the tan base plates down. He's got the Hogwarts castle set up in more or less the same way. And I mean, that's just so cool to me. Yeah, so I really enjoy seeing people who enjoy the videos. You know, I always say in like the recap videos of each year, which they're such weird videos because I always like making them, but no one watches them. But like I always say in those videos, when you see the numbers of like how many minutes, that's crazy. Putting a face behind each thing, it's so cool. Ethan says, yeah, the number of people here don't matter as long as both you and the viewers enjoy. Definitely enjoying. Thank you, Ethan. I'm glad you're enjoying it. I'm having a fun time here. Yeah, it's just fun. I figured, I don't know if you were here when I mentioned this, Ethan, but I have to build the set by Sunday. I have to have the set built by Sunday because that's when I'm filming it. And I don't know. Should I tell you guys why? Should I tell you guys why? If you guys want to know why, let me know in the chat. I'll let you know. But I have to have the set done by Sunday. So I figured I'd just real quick, out of nowhere, set up a live stream and we'll see what happens. And yeah, that's really cool. But I do have to have the set built by Sunday. And it looks like we're on track to have it built by the end of the night, which is pretty cool. So I only did the last 2 bags in this video. The one night I was banging it out. I was listening to a couple podcasts. Those of you who are in the teen to older range, I definitely recommend you check out John Boy and Jake Radio. That podcast is insanely good. I was listening, I put it in, and it was the podcast where they were doing the state draft. I listened to that one while building the first part of the set. Man, they put out some good content. I always love seeing other people's content on YouTube. I say this all the time to my friends, and I don't think people, not that they don't understand it, but I feel like it's a less worldwide thing, where basically I would much rather spend an hour watching YouTube than watching Netflix. And I mean, I don't have any of the subscription services, but I don't care to watch them. I'd much rather watch YouTube for 2 reasons. The first reason is YouTube is made by individuals. It's made by creators, except for like T-Series and Cocomelon, but they don't really count. It's made by individuals. So, I mean, I know what that's like, and it's cool to like make this, but it's just cool to see what other people are making, you know, see other people's lifestyles, hobbies, everything they're doing. I think that's really cool. That's one reason I watch YouTube all the time. The second reason is because you can learn stuff from YouTube that you can't learn from watching a TV show. I'm sure you guys can relate, but a lot of the YouTubers I watch, a lot of the videos, sometimes you watch like tutorial videos or people who are about a hobby. So like one example is actually before the stream, as I was eating my dinner, I was watching Potato Jet did a video where he was flying the new DJI Fpv drone. And what's an Fpv drone? What is DJI? If you don't know, watching that video, you'll learn. DJI is a very big company in the filmmaking world, and FPI is a first-person interactive? No, FPV. What am I saying? FPV, first-person view drone. So basically, you put on these VR goggles and you fly the drone around. And yeah, so I enjoy watching YouTube. I'd much rather enjoy watching Potato Jet's video for 15 minutes, just seeing him fly around his drone and, you know, hearing him say like, oh, well, this is why you have this. This is what's good about this. as opposed to watching like an episode of The Office. What's the point? You know, you're not learning anything from it. You're watching just a corporation make the movie, or the show rather, and you know, it's just, if I'm gonna waste time, and I do say waste time, if I'm gonna waste time watching content online, watching videos online, I'd much rather watch stuff that I'm gonna learn from and were made by people like me, which is really cool. So let's see. Ethan says, I agree, YouTube is more fun to watch than Netflix or Disney Plus, unless you're watching a show you're into. Yeah, that makes sense. Overall, you watch YouTube a lot more. Yeah, exactly. It's just, I feel like it's better. Now, there are, of course, some shows that I enjoy watching, and actually, that could be a cool topic to talk about. There's supposed to be a Harry Potter show coming to HBO, I believe. At least they're like in production, or like very much in a pre-production. I don't know if they've actually started anything yet, but there's supposed to be a Harry Potter TV show coming, which could be pretty cool. You know, I don't know if you guys would want to, if I could make videos like talking about episodes or whatever, but I mean, I'd have to get HBO, but I would definitely get it to watch the Harry Potter series. But that's a rumor that I heard from YouTube, actually, from a Super Carlin Brothers video, that there was a Harry Potter TV show coming. So yeah, exactly. I'll watch shows when I really like the show. Like on March 10th, I'll be watching the South Park vaccination special, which there you go, Copa, not made for kids. I mentioned South Park. But, you know, if it's a show I like, I'll watch it. But if it's not, then I'll go straight to YouTube. And that's pretty cool that you agree, Ethan. Jacob just joined the chat. What's up, man? How are you doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm just working on finishing up the Burrow. How are you doing? We're talking about YouTube. We're talking about videos. We're talking about a whole bunch of other just random stuff. Ethan says YouTube is always more accessible. Like on Netflix, you have to wait a while for a new episode or season to come out. On YouTube, you have almost unlimited different series of almost anything. That is true. You get a lot on YouTube. But you also still get that anticipation for a series if you think about it, because people are always creating live. That's another cool thing, though, is there's never seasons on YouTube. It's not like you have to watch, you know, this channel season 1 and then you have to wait a month for season 2. You're watching the videos as they're coming out. You know, I mean, any channel with an upload schedule. You know, I guess even on a small sense, this channel, I always upload Monday at 9:30. It's not always every week, but that's when it happens. You know, that's when I make the videos. And that's another cool thing about YouTube is you get that it's always something new, but there's always something to watch. You know, it's not like you have to wait for anything. Jacob says he's glad to hear I'm doing well. Thank you, Jacob. I hope you're doing well also. We're having a good time in the chat. So I saw up earlier, Ethan asked me why I need to have the set done by Sunday. So Jacob, you just joined, so I don't know if you heard this, but I told everyone, I've said it multiple times, I need to have the set completely built by Sunday. And it's weird because, like I just said, you know, there's no shooting schedule for YouTube. You just film whenever. But on Sunday, I actually have some pretty... I'm making the video legit. So I rented out a cinema camera to use to film the video on. So for those of you who aren't familiar with cameras, what I'm shooting on right now is a DSLR. It's roughly a $300 camera. It's pretty good. It has an HD video. That's really all you need for YouTube. But I'm going above and beyond. I rented out a cinema camera, the Canon C300. So to put it in perspective, the C300 is a $10,000 camera that has pretty much every video capability you could possibly get in the camera, which is just super awesome. And I also rented out a studio, an actual like recording studio to make the video in. So I will be spending pretty much my whole day Sunday cranking out videos, both for this channel and also for my film channel, and maybe for something else too. I'm not entirely sure. It depends on if something comes in the mail on time. But yeah, I have a cinema camera and an actual studio that I'll be filming in, which is just awesome because it's a lot better than filming in the dorm room. I wanted to make the Burrow review extra special for you guys, and you know, because it's a set you guys asked for, so I feel like you guys deserve to have the best quality review. I also just wanted to play around with the C300 because it's a really cool camera. And yeah, so I basically have stuff rented out for Sunday, so that's why I need to have the set pretty much ready to go for Sunday. And yeah, so that should be pretty exciting. I'm very excited for that. Apprentice Phil says, wow, cinematic camera in studio sounds epic. Can't wait to see them in action. Thank you, man. Yeah, I want to say not many other Lego YouTubers use cinema cameras. I'm sure some of them do, but I think the cinema quality will definitely at least add to the video. I think it should look cool. And then having a full studio, I can actually do a lot more, even with the ZG Brickfilms studio in my house. So you guys, people have been commenting about the way I've been doing reviews recently, where it's more of me talking to the camera. And half of that is because I think that's a good style for review. But the other half of that is I just don't have a table down there anymore. When I added the 5th table to the Lego City, I actually took the table that I reviewed stuff on and added it to the city. So now I just straight up don't have a table to film on down there. So I need to get one. But basically that's like, it definitely was limiting. So even the intro portions where I show off the set, and you know, like the 501st video, for example, where I show off like all the troopers marching. So I have like a Pelican box that I have all my gear in, and I just put a piece of poster board over that. So I'm literally sitting on the floor filming at this table, barely high enough to like reach like the background material in the background of the video. So I didn't even have a table for that. So I figured I'd go all in for the next couple videos, which will be the review of this set. I also have the 2011 set right there that I'm going to do a comparison of. Probably going to film one more other video on Sunday as well for this channel. And I'm also going to do a couple reviews for my film channel as well on there. One of which being the review of the camera I'm shooting on right now, which is the Canon 1300D. So that's another reason I need to rent a camera, because I need a camera so I can show a camera in a video. But yeah, I think that should be fun. I'm definitely, nerding out over the idea of making a Lego YouTube video with a cinema camera. It should be pretty cool. It should look pretty good. The main thing I'm excited for is the log, which is the picture profile. So basically what log means is it's when you're recording an image out of a camera. So right now the image that you're seeing is what's coming out of the camera. I do usually color grade and affect my work in post a lot, but what you're seeing right now is coming straight out of the camera because I don't have the ability to edit. But when you're shooting in log, what you see straight out of the camera is just flat. It's a flat picture profile. So like right now you can see, because I have a white shirt on, my shirt's a little brighter in the image. That is because of the dynamic range in this camera. This camera doesn't have a lot of dynamic range. If we were shooting in log, my shirt would be the same flatness, if you will, as like the top of my hair, and as the minifigs in the background, and as the table. So it'd be flat, and that means in post I get to really play around with it and make the image look as pretty as possible. So I'm very excited for that. Also excited because the C300 can shoot in 4K 120, I believe. Maybe it's 4K 60, but I'm only planning on doing HD because my computer would go crazy with all the 4K. But I can shoot in super slow-mo, which is good for the opening segments of the video, and also just have a cooler look in general. Because when I'm doing the videos, the way I would film it is I say this is an actual camera. If I wanted to film, say I wanted to film this, if I wanted to get a shot of the camera going like this, the way I do it at home, or with this camera even, is I have like a setup, but I have to physically go like that. And the camera only shoots in real time. But with 120 frames per second, I can slow it down like crazy, and that's going to make the shots extra smooth, make them look extra nice, extra cinematic, and it'll give me more options in post. I could do more speed ramps. I did some speed ramping in the Diagon Alley in 2 minutes video. They actually filmed in this very space. And speed ramping basically is when the video goes from slow motion, the camera will be back in a second, is when the camera goes from slow motion really into fast motion for like transitions or just for like cool things. I've done it before in the past, but it obviously works a lot better when you have a camera that has a higher frame rate, so the 120 FPS. It's going to be good. Those are the two main things I like about that camera. Camera also has really good autofocus. If I was to say, hey, this is Fender Grayback, look at how cool he is, I hold him up, you can't see him because the focus is manual on this camera in video mode. Now, the C300 obviously has manual modes, but also has Canon's famous autofocus. So if I was to hold up in the review, say, if I'm sitting here and I'm like, hey, check it out, here's Grayback, the camera would actually focus on him, and then when I pulled back, it would go back to my face. So it's a much smarter camera, and then I have smart lenses that can do all that stuff. Yeah, I'm just nerding on about cameras here. But yeah, you can do all that stuff, and it's just be cool, It'll be pretty cool. I should add a much higher level of quality to the video, I'm hoping, which I think will be good. I'm always striving to make the highest quality videos here Because obviously, as much as I like when the videos impact people, like Josh mentioned in the chat, I even more like when I'm impressed with the work. Which speaking of, I might have another announcement, but I'll probably save that for a video. But I want to make the videos, all my videos, I want to make the highest quality possible. So the idea is that, you know, if you're watching this, say, 5 years in the future, it doesn't look outdated, you know? So I always strive for quality. And, you know, I also use all the videos as a learning experience, though. So it's like, it's a weird middle ground, actually, because I strive for quality. I try as hard as possible to make the highest quality videos as possible. But say I want to learn something new in editing, I'll just be like, oh, if I want to learn how to equalize audio, oh yeah, I'll just do it in the next CG Brickfilms video. And then I do it, and since I'm learning, it doesn't sound that good, but I still want high quality. So a perfect example actually is audio. So actually, it's so funny. This happened like literally this week. So the way I edit my audio in my videos is I'll go into Final Cut, and I'll throw in the compressor, which is a must. If you're not compressing your audio, I highly recommend it. It makes the audio sound so good. And then I'll always add the channel EQ on. So usually when I'm recording my audio, I record it really quiet, which means I need to raise it in post. I do that on purpose. That way, if I was to like scream right now for whatever reason, you'd still hear the audio. I actually did a more in-depth audio video on the film channel. But so I compress the audio, then I put the equalizer on, which basically is a graph, right? And it's a graph, and the idea is what I've been doing is I take the parts where my dialogue is and I raise it just like that, and then I put on the low pass and the high pass filter, and that's how I do my audio. Now, just today, this actually circles back to what we were just talking about. Just the other day, I was watching a YouTube tutorial on how to edit audio in Final Cut, and the guy who did the video said to get the most crisp sounding audio, after you compress your audio, instead of raising the good parts of your EQ, you just lower the bad parts. So what they'll do is, so say my graph looks like this for my audio, making the making my voice sound good. So the graph is like this. Instead, I would go like this, take out the one part where my audio sounds bad, just like that, and it's going to make the audio sound a lot better. So along with the cinema camera and the studio, I will also be having hopefully better sounding audio for that video. So it should be pretty cool. Josh Bright asks, do you think we will be getting a Malfoy Manor set in the summer wave? Man, I hope so. That'd be such a cool set. That would be really cool. I honestly haven't looked at any rumors yet for the summer wave, so I don't know what's coming. But I think it would definitely be cool. I think, so they just did Order of the Phoenix sets, right? So they just did sets based on, so what the last wave, it was kind of like Goblet of Fire, Order of Phoenix. Goblet of Fire was 2019. This year was like, or 2020 rather, was Order of the Phoenix with some Half-Blood prints. So I think, yeah, if we're going to get a Malfoy Manor, it'd be very soon. That could be a cool set, honestly. I think either that or Grimwald's Place, I think, are probably going to be the $100 set, kind of like how we got the Burrow, because this is a Half-Blood Prince set, because we have the Death Eaters, that's when they attack the Burrow. So chances are we'll be getting, as our big set, I mean, because they usually do two big sets, so they'll usually do the castle, which will be whatever, and then they'll do a bigger set. So I think there's a good chance it could be Malfoy Manor or Grimwald's Place. That's actually the first I've heard anyone mention the idea of a Lego Malfoy Manor, which sounds awesome. I can just picture that. That'd be such a cool set, because you'd get like the long, like, at least the way I picture it, you'd get like the long table, and you could have like, is it Trelawney who's like hung over where Voldemort has her held up and captured, and then he goes around and asks Lucius for the wand, and then you could also get like the cellar, and oh my gosh, that'd be such a cool set. Josh, that's awesome. Man, I haven't thought of this yet, but that would be such a cool set. I really hope we do get one, actually. Either that or Grimwald's Place. Personally, I'm kind of hoping we get a Grimwald's Place, but Malfoy Manor sounds lit right now. But Grimwald's Place, if they're going to make a Lego Grimwald's Place, I think it has to be a huge set. You have to get the ability to, like, crank a mechanism and have the house open up and stick out. Oh, man, that'd be a cool set. But yeah, I think Malfoy Manor would be an awesome set. That's a great question, Josh. I really hope they do get one, that they do make one, because that'd be awesome. That'd be cool. No, that's Charity Burbage or something like that. I'm not sure what you're referring to, actually. Oh, you're talking about who's hanging above the table is not Trelawney. I'm guessing that's what he means. That's probably right. I haven't read the books in a while, actually. But yeah, that's pretty cool. But yeah, the idea of Malfoy Manor, Josh, I think is awesome. I think that'd be a really cool set. Now I kind of hope they make one, because I think that'd be pretty awesome. But yeah, I think that'd be a really cool set. What else do you guys think will come out with the sets for the summer? Because I feel like the winter wave was kind of weird for this year, because we got all right, Josh says that is it. So it is Charity Burbage who's captured by Voldemort, not Trelawney. That's my fault, my mistake. But thank you for correcting that, Josh. That's awesome, man. But what was I saying? The current 2021 Harry Potter wave, kind of weak. I don't know. I feel like the book sets, I don't know. They're just not, they didn't really stand out to me. I do want to pick up the minifigs from I do want to pick up the minifigs from a couple of them. But yeah, the book sets didn't really interest me, and I'm hoping that we get some other good stuff. Josh says he would like the next castle set to have the wooden covered bridge. That'd be pretty cool. That would definitely be cool. In my head, I'm trying to think of other castle segments they haven't done yet. I can't think of that many, but the wooden bridge would definitely be really cool. I think that'd actually be awesome, man, if they did that. I don't know. Lego, you should hire Josh Brake, because he's got some really good ideas. I mean, I honestly haven't put this much thought into what the new sets will be, but man, pretty good. Jacob says Lego might cheap out though for the Malfoy Manor. They could just do the front design and then do some rooms and stuff, like a table and a few chairs and some smaller rooms, which would suck. Yeah, I mean, I feel like that's a pretty common thing, actually, where Lego, I wouldn't say cheaps out, but they definitely make the sets more affordable and more playable. I mean, if you take a look right here, we've got the Burrow, and then we turn it around and we actually only have half the Burrow, which actually was shocking to me. I didn't realize that's how the set was designed, but I'll talk more about that in the review. But yeah, I feel like if they were to do it, it would definitely be a dollhouse style set where it's open in the back, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I don't think there's anything wrong with Lego doing that, but I definitely see why you think it would suck, because it is, obviously less stuff to build, less of a display piece. And for me, at least, when I'm getting a Lego building, I'd want basically two things. One, for it to look good, and the other for it to look good from angles, Angles, like, basically so I can set it up in the city. Because this set right now, if I'm setting it up in the city, I have to set it up like this, which I will do, by the way. I'm definitely putting this in the city. But I have to set it up like this. I couldn't have it set up like this. So this section has to be against a wall. Jacob says the courtyard where they thought Harry was dead and Neville gave his speech, that would be something like really cool for Lego to make, that courtyard. I don't know how they do that. I feel like they definitely could. I don't know how they'd connect that though, but that would definitely be cool. That's one of the most iconic scenes in Harry Potter. I love that scene. Yeah, Jacob says something like how the Burrow works in referring to this. So yeah, I mean, that's probably how they would make Malfoy Manor. I'm hoping though they'd make it, if they were going to make it, I hope they would make it at least like how they made the 2012 castle set with the bridge, which another thing, they could make the bridge for the castle set, something like that. But like, sorry, my brain's like going all over the place. But like, if they're going to make Malfoy Manor, I hope they make it like that set, where that set, it was kind of raised a bit, so you had a basement under the first floor. That way you could still trap Luna and Harry and all them. But yeah, that's at least how I think they would make the set if they were making Malfoy Manor. Probably kind of like this, but hopefully have it raised a bit so you could have a basement. I think, what other set did that? I want to say the Hidden Side School did that. Didn't they do it where it's like you had to walk up the steps or something? Not entirely sure. I would like to add on common rooms that connect to the castle, or the boathouse where Snape died. Boathouse would be cool. I feel like the thing with Lego common rooms is they kind of like, not that they mess them up, but they do them cheaply. And all the interiors of the castles, for that matter. They kind of just, when they make a castle and they make like a tower part, I feel like they always just throw in like a small bed and then a sticker with the logo. Because that's what they did with, at least with Ravenclaw and Gryffindor in the new wave. So I feel like we're probably not going to get a big common room set. The boathouse where Snape died, though, I think that could also be a really cool set to get as the castle. Jacob says they could do two-part like Jabba's palace. That'd be pretty cool. That'd actually be really cool. But yeah, a lot of rumors going on in the chat for 2021 summer sets. That's pretty awesome. I'm trying to think what else would be the sets though. I'm trying to think what other scenes would they make. I wonder if they'd make. You know what set would be cool? I think if they made a set of where Ron finds the sword in like the lake, because I feel like that's a scene you could fairly easily put into like a $20 set. You know, kind of like how they did Expecto Patronum. You could have like, you know, a tree, the tent, and then you could have like a little lake with like ice and somehow, you know, retrieve the sword. I think that'd be a cool play set. Obviously, you couldn't put like the Vision Ron season there, but that could be a cool set too. Any other ideas of sets that they might make? I'm trying to think if there's anything else off the top of my head. Because I feel like this wave kind of has to be Deathly Hallows with a little bit of Half-Blood Prince in there. But yeah, some cool stuff. Those are some really good ideas, both Josh and Jacob. Definitely really awesome ideas. I'd really like hearing those. Like I mentioned, I haven't even thought of what sets they could make, and the idea of a Malfoy Manor, that'd be so good, man. I really hope they make that, actually. Especially because, like, the new Malfoys look so good. The new Lego Malfoys. I don't know. Like, I know when the sets first came out, I thought giving Malfoy the bright hair didn't work. But then they did it for Lucius and Diagon Alley, and it looks so, so good. So, yeah, I really hope they do make a Malfoy Manor. That'd be pretty cool. Just putting the roof on this set right now. So since we're talking about sets, actually, let's see what Josh says in the chat. Need to do the cafe from Deathly Hallows Part 1. That'd be cool to add to the city. That would be really cool, actually. The scene, I know exactly what scene you're talking about, where they're in the cafe and the Death Eaters come in, and then you have, like, the Spider-Man scene. Yeah, the battle with Death Eaters, exactly. And they do, like, the thing from the Spider-Man movie where the girl has the headphones in and she doesn't hear the battle going on. That'd be a cool set. I really hope they do something like that. Jacob says, nice seeing you, but you gotta go. Excited for the new Burrow video. Well, thank you for coming, Jacob. I really do appreciate that, man. Burrow video will be out not this next Monday, but the Monday after. So I believe the 15th is when I plan on having that come out. But thank you for joining the chat, man, and interacting and everything. That was awesome, man. So thank you so much, Jacob. That's awesome, man. But what were we talking about? The cafe from Deathly Hallows. I think that'd be such a cool set. And I hope they make it. You know, I feel like with the Lego Harry Potter line, something like that cafe set, I feel like you can make, and it would do really well with the non-Harry Potter fans. Kind of like how Diagon Alley did. I know a lot of people who don't like Harry Potter ended up getting Diagon Alley because it's just buildings and you could put it in a city. So hopefully they do the cafe, because that'd be pretty awesome. If not, I might honestly try to build a mock of that, because that's honestly really, really good idea. That was one of the better scenes in that movie too. I really liked that sequence. It did good. I mean, obviously all of Deathly Hallows is great, but like that was a very iconic moment. So definitely. I guess another thing they could do is they could do the scene in the Ministry where they all take Polyjuice. I think that could be a cool set too. When they're going into like Umbridge's office, right? Yeah. I believe that's right. Oh, I need to brush up my Harry Potter knowledge. I'm like, wow, I really need to brush up. But yeah, I think going into the Ministry could be a cool set too, because we haven't really gotten any Ministry of Magic stuff yet. I think the closest we've gotten is we got the Executioner in the Hagrid's Hut set, but I think a Ministry of Magic set could also be really cool. And I think we also could get that with Crimes of Grindelwald. Or not Crimes of Grindelwald, with Fantastic Beasts. You know, because the new Fantastic Beasts movie, I believe, should be coming out next year, 2022, I believe. I believe that's when that's supposed to come out. But I know they had, obviously with the coronavirus, they had a lot of problems with that. And then I know they were also doing some recasting with that movie, which I know you don't have to get into that here, but hold on, what did I do wrong? I messed up the build again somehow. That's right. Oh, okay, I see what I did. I'm the best at following directions on these. It's pretty funny. But yeah, if they were to do a Ministry of Magic, because I think that'd be a cool set, maybe it would be more with the Fantastic Beasts lineup. But I honestly don't even know any updates on what's going on with that line. Love to see him make the Riddle House. Ooh, that'd be cool. room where the Hogwarts students were staying when Snape took over as headmaster. They were sleeping in with what looked like hammocks. Yeah, that was really interesting. I'm trying to think what that room was, but that would also be that. Honestly, might be what the set. I'm trying to like think of like Deathly Hallows scenes, that might be a good set for them to make, because it has the where Harry and all the Order of the Phoenix people come in through the doors and they're like, "You're gonna need a better security system, headmaster." That would be a really cool set for them to make for the castle. There's probably a good chance that's the castle set, honestly. Either that or maybe a bigger room of requirement. Oh no, they just did a room of requirement, but I was thinking like the messy room. I don't know. It's pretty cool though. Maybe we should make like a was it the room requirement? No, the room of requirement was the room that was a mess that they burnt down with Malfoy and the other guys when they were looking for one of the last Horcruxes. I almost want to say, was it the Great Hall maybe that they were in with Snape? Because I know they bust through like the big double doors. I don't know. I'm curious now. I honestly don't know. We'll have to do some research. But yeah, that's probably the best, or not best, most likely Hogwarts set they'll make. I don't know, because I'm trying to think what else like happens in Deathly Hallows that they can make a castle set out of. Unless they do like a ruined set, which honestly could maybe go with your idea, Josh, of making the Neville in the courtyard when they think Harry's dead. They could even do like a Hogwarts ruins, where they make like the courtyard and then they have just like a broken, burnt down piece of the castle behind it. That could be a pretty cool set too. Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't know. Because they're not in Hogwarts much in Deathly Hallows, so it's like, what would they make? Because at least it seems like they try to follow like the years with the sets. Remember he apparated through the stained glass. Yeah, so I think it was Great Hall actually. That sounds correct. But yeah, I mean, those are some really great ideas for sets. I mean, like I said, I haven't put that much thought into it, but those are some really cool ideas. I hope at least some of them get made, because those are awesome. But speaking of Lego sets, I guess the last topic I wanted to discuss, unless we want to keep having this Harry Potter conversation, which if so, we definitely can, because I'm enjoying this a lot. You're definitely opening my eyes, Josh, with like just ideas of what they could make for the summer sets, because like I said, I haven't thought of it. The last thing I want to talk about, and I might even make a whole video on this, Lovegood House. Ooh, that'd be a really cool set actually, because they do spend a good amount of time there. And they could even have like, kind of like how this set, we have the Weasley's house and then we have like the fire on the side. They could even do like a graveyard for Dobby or something on the side. That'd be a pretty cool set too. So there definitely is a lot of stuff they could do for another wave of Harry Potter sets, which obviously they're going to make, but man, that'd be pretty cool, the Lovegood house. You get like Luna's dad in there. You could even, maybe even get like just a Deathly Hallows set. Like a set, exactly, we do need Xenophilius. I think that's how you say his name, but Lovegood's dad, yeah. But what if they made a set that was just the Deathly Hallows, like the story of the Deathly Hallows? Because that, you got me thinking, because they, in the Lovegood house is when he tells them the story of the three brothers. What if they made a set of the three brothers, where you get like the first brother who has the invisibility cloak, the second one who has the stone, and the third who has the wand or something? That could be pretty cool too. Or even if not, if they were to do a Lovegood house set, you could even have it where it's like, that's just like a book in the house, like on the bookshelf they have like Tales of Beetle the Bard or something. That could be pretty cool as well. But man, the idea of a Lovegood house, I think that'd be a really cool set. I feel like that honestly might be cooler than the idea of, or not cooler, but like in Lego's eyes, I could see that being more of an appeal than Malfoy Manor, because it's like the good guys and it's like their secret base almost. That could definitely be a really cool set. Be cool. It could be like a new moment book set. Oh yeah, exactly. That could be pretty cool. Definitely. That honestly would probably make more sense if they did a book set of Beetle the Bard. Honestly, you know what I should do? It would be a big book for the price of 3. But you know what we should, Josh, you're giving me great ideas here. What if, I might have to do this, but what if there was a pop-up insert? Obviously Lego wouldn't make this, But what if I made like a pop-up insert of Beetle the Bard somehow in there, or of the Tale of the Three Brothers? I'm trying to think how that'd be done when you guys be able to see in frame. Because right now I just have the Goblet of Fire one set up, which is pretty good, but I've been willing to change it. I'm trying to think. You could do like the bridge almost. So what if like, I'm just gonna throw ideas out here, and let me know what you think, Josh. But what if the pop-up book was the bridge, and you have like you have like I can't talk. You have death in the middle, and then you can have maybe on like each corner like the first brother who is who's like dead with the Elder Wand or something on like the bed because he gets killed overnight. The second one could be kind of like this, where it's a graveyard and you just see like the stone at the bottom, and then you don't see a third brother because he's invisible, and we could just have death in the middle. Oh, that could be. I might have to try that. I definitely don't have the parts with me now, but maybe like over Easter or something, I might look into that, because that could be pretty cool. Because that was one of the books. Like, obviously, I've read all the Harry Potter books, but also like the spin-off books, the Quidditch Through the Ages and Tales of Beetle the Bard. Those are all two amazing Harry Potter books. I recommend, if any of you haven't seen it already. I could use the old invisibility cloak. That'd be pretty good. Just like have it. Oh, I'm getting ideas now. That could definitely be possible. You can even have like the cloak in Death's hand, and have like because like the pop-up book has to be built in two parts, right? So you could even like have the first half of the bridge and have the brother standing here, and have like, oh, you could even do the part where he like turns over to Death. You could have the like third brother standing here holding like the old invisibility cloak like you said, then have Death standing right here like ready to take him, because the third brother obviously submits to Death and gives the cloak to his son, and he's like, all right, Death, take me. Man, that could be pretty cool. Definitely ideas going. That'd be a really, because I always like making inserts for this book, but that could be like perfect because it's actually like a book, Tales of the Beetle Bard, with the Tale of the Three Brothers. That's actually a really good idea. So I think, Josh, you were the one who mentioned the idea of it being a book set. If they were to do the Three Brothers, I mean, props to you, man. That's an awesome idea. I definitely would want to like experiment with that now, see what we could do with that. Yeah, that could be really cool. That could be really cool. But yeah, Tales of Beetle the Bard is a great book. And even Quidditch to the Ages is another good one. Short Legs for the Sun. Yeah, definitely. Man, that could be really cool. That could be really, really cool. Adobe's popping up on my screen. What's happening? All right, are we still live? Can you guys still see me? Something popped up. All right, we should be good. All right, we're good. All right, cool. I don't know why. I'm not. The Adobe Creative Cloud is trying to update itself right now, but it'll have to wait. But yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Short legs for the son, tall legs for the third brother, and you can have the two other brothers dead on the two corners of the book and have like the big bridge. I like that idea. I'll have to like write that down, and then next time I'm in the Lego room with all my parts, I might actually start seeing what I can do with that, because that's an awesome idea. Because like that section of Deathly Hallows, to me, where they're reading the story, I just thought that was done so well, because it's like, I can definitely picture, because like I make and edit videos, so I could definitely picture it being super awkward, where it's like, oh, we're gonna read a story for like 5 minutes of screen time, and you need to fill an animation to do it. Like, I mean, that's had to have been a difficult job to make it flow and work with the Harry Potter universe, because like you're doing like the 8th movie of the biggest franchise, and then you're like, oh, here, put a 5-minute animated bit in. But I think they did it so well. Dementor body for Death, that could work. I was even thinking the Dementor cloak from the older Dementors as like a head, and even doing like an all black torso or something. But yeah, Dementor body might even be cooler, and you could have like the not the scythe, but like whatever like weapon Death holds or something. That could definitely be cool. I'll have to like look into trying to work on building that. Like I mentioned, I'm not in the Lego studio or Lego room even, but when I get to there, that's definitely something I'll want to work on. That along with the arcade mock, because I started working on an arcade mock for the city as well. So maybe at some point I'll finish that one up. But yeah, definitely stuff to build. That'd be pretty cool. But But even if Lego did an official set of Beetle the Bard, or not Beetle the Bard, of the Tale of the Three Brothers, I think that'd be really cool. So maybe, I don't know, we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky and they'll like stumble upon this video and hear all your ideas, Josh, and you know, just really appreciate them, because you've got some great ideas, man. Very, very cool. But yeah, definitely some really great ideas for sets, hands down. I'm trying to think what other set ideas for Harry Potter. Nowhere Films asked what was my first Lego set. That was the 2011 Quidditch set. So the original Quidditch set, which is also why I don't have the newer one, because the 2011 one is so like nostalgic to me. Which actually I do need to buy a second version of that set, because for the Quidditch area of the Harry Potter display, obviously right now I just have the construction crew in there for the other half. But I do want to finish that, so that's something I'll have to do, is get another version of the set, which is like, it's gonna be weird because it's like buying my first Lego set again, you know. But my plan is to get, if not another copy of the set, definitely get the parts to build 3 more Quidditch hoops for the display. Because I'm definitely liking how the Harry Potter display is turning out. There's been a lot of updates to it. Over like the Christmas break, I did a lot of stuff to the display. So yeah, it was definitely like a lot of work got done in it. So I definitely want to keep improving it, and then if we ever get to a point in life where the Brick Fair or like Brickfest Philly, if any of those things ever open up again, I would love to bring the Harry Potter display to one of them, because like we were even talking about earlier, how it's like, oh, someone saw the display and like mimicked it in their own display. It's like, that's kind of cool. And like, I don't know, I feel like I've always felt like the Harry Potter display, not that it wasn't something special, but it was just like the sets on base plates with other displays. So now I'm really working to like build it up and make it more than just the sets. I guess the overall end goal, I think, would be, I want to definitely, if you've seen how some people, even oh my god, what's her name? Like Alice Finch, I believe, does it. I hope that's her name. The woman who made like the giant Hogwarts, kind of like how she has all her Hogwarts raised up on like a rocky surface on the mountain. Even something like that, I think I'd want to like eventually do for the display. And the more I like grow it, the more it'll get bigger and all that stuff. Josh asks, is the bridge from the Spider-Man Hydro set thing too big? I'm guessing you're still talking about for the pop-up book. The only bridge Spider-Man set that I've seen is my little brother has the like big one. I don't know if that's the one you're talking about. It is Alice Finch. Awesome. I always feel like I have to brush up my Lego knowledge, because when I'm making a video, like I'll just like Google it on my phone before, but then I'm live, I have to like get off the top of my head. But yeah, Alice Finch is an amazing builder. Nowhere Films says, Grace asks what my favorite Lego set is and when did I get into Lego. I got into Lego with the Quidditch set back in 2011. The story with that basically is I was a Harry Potter fan, so I was reading the Harry Potter books, and at the time, you know, the Harry Potter sets with the new movie coming out were just coming out, and I was like, oh, that's really cool, let me pick up one. I got Quidditch, and then we kind of spiraled from there, I guess. Camera will be back in 1 second. It's just a mirror thing. And then favorite set is actually this one back here, which is the Lego Ideas pop-up book. I don't know why. Like, I feel like I don't know. I know why this is my favorite set, because for a lot of reasons. It was made by Jason Alleman and Grant Davis, and I'm a huge fan of Jason Alleman's work. I love just how practical and how displayable this thing is, and I love that you can customize it. You know, I have a custom interior in there right now. You can't really see it unless we want to go out of focus, but that's why we're renting a camera for Sunday. But yeah, that's my favorite set. And yeah, it's just really great to customize. And we were actually just talking during the stream about customizing it to have the Tale of the Three Brothers from Deathly Hallows, which would be super cool to add in there. Josh says, Far From Home, I think. If you're talking about the bridge, yeah, the Far From Home one. The Spider-Man Far From Home bridge It's a pretty big set. It's oh, I actually wonder, you know what would be a cool video if someone compared that bridge to the new road plates from Lego City, which actually I'd really like to know your guys' thoughts on that, because I don't even know my thoughts on those. But it's a pretty big set. It's like maybe this big, this high or something, that set. It's a pretty cool set, but it is like a one-off display piece because you can't really connect it to a city. But it is a very cool set. That is a very cool bridge. But yeah, I wonder, now I'm curious, I wonder if that bridge is actually the same size as the Lego road plates that they're coming out with. Because they have the new ones for City where it's like actual plates instead of base plates, which, I don't know, honestly, I'm not so sure how I feel about that. Because I mean, personally, I like the way Lego base plates look. But also not even that, it's just, everyone's been using base plates for so long, now you're changing it. And now modular buildings don't even line up with actual plates, you know, which is with the new roads that they're coming out with, which I just think, I don't know, I think that's weird. You know, I feel like, I guess my worst fear with that is what if they start making modular buildings on plates, which would be a nightmare. But I don't know, I feel like that's definitely like weird, you know, that they're doing those road plates. I don't know, I feel like they're not as like, even though they're customizable, I feel like they're not as like easy to integrate, if that makes sense. But what do I know? I mean, I don't have them, but someday if I have a big Lego City, which I definitely want to, I will probably be using base plates. Because I feel like they look cleaner and they look nicer. But yeah, that's pretty much that. Let's see. Anything in the chat? A lot of comments. Josh had a lot of great ideas about the pop-up book idea. I definitely will want to work on that at some point now. Try to make a Beetle the Bard pop-up book. That'd be pretty cool. Jason Alleman has a ton of really cool videos on his channel of just different pop-up inserts he's made. Obviously the book's his own, but he had like a Valentine's one that he made a while ago. He had just a whole bunch of things. It was super, super cool. He's a really, really great builder. Like, obviously there's a ton of great builders in the Lego world, but Jason Alleman is top notch. Some of the things he's created, I'm pretty sure he holds the record for most Lego idea sets that he's gotten to 10,000 votes, I guess. Which actually another video I want to make is about talking about Lego ideas, because I think there's so many, not problems, but I feel like the system itself, I think it needs to become harder to make a Lego idea set, because I feel like 10,000 people is like too few people to vote on the sets. But the idea sets always look good. You know, the new Winnie the Pooh one that just came out. Man, I mean, between the Winnie the Pooh set and the Sesame Street set, like, I'm really going to be out like $200 just based off sets from like my childhood. Things I watched growing up. I mean, the Lego Ideas line is getting so, so good. I think the Winnie the Pooh set looks amazing. I know people were saying things that like, oh, they wish it included Kanga and Roo. I kind of agree, but then I watched Just Too Good's video earlier. Again, watching YouTube instead of Netflix. And he mentioned like how it would be kind of hard to fit them into the category, which I agree. But yeah, I mean, definitely would be cool. Josh says, I would love to see a Ministry of Magic set with the toilet they enter in the system that works like the old Burrow set, and working elevator with the room they fought Umbridge in the Hallows. That'd be really cool if they could do like the toilet transporting thing, kind of like they did with the Flu Network in the 2011 set, I think is what you're referring to there. That'd be really cool. I feel like the cool thing with Lego is they have so many opportunities to make these play features, and then a lot of the times they don't make them. So like Harry Potter, we're simulating magic. We're simulating stuff that, I mean, I believe in magic, but like they're simulating stuff that like seems impossible to the eye, you know, like the Flu Network or like flushing yourself down a toilet. So I think with the sets like this, I think it's cool if we can actually play that and recreate that magic. So another thing, this is basically the pre-review to this set at this point, but another thing is this Flu Network that's in here. I'm trying to find where it's in focus, but the Flu Network in here, it's cool, and we get this play feature where if I spin it, you can't see that at all, actually. Hold up. Oh, wait, I'm not even showing the Flu Network. I have to open this part. Right? Yeah. Okay, so the Flu Network in here, I'm trying not to drop the whole set. But basically, if you can see in here, the Flu Network, we have the regular flame, and then we can do the magic and get the green flame. That's a pretty cool play feature, but I almost feel like the old version was a little better because you could actually make people disappear. Like if I wanted to put Harry in here to the Flu Network and have him go like, oh, I want to go to Diagon Alley, like I can't even stand him in here, you know? So I definitely wish they would make more play features with these sets, which is weird because a lot of people say that like there's too many play features, and think there should be more detail. But I think the play features are also super fun, even for like older fans. So if they were to do a Ministry of Magic, like we were talking about earlier, if they had the toilet, that'd be so cool. I'm trying to think how you'd do it off the top of my head. I don't know, because like it's definitely hard to make play features like that. When I was making my custom vanishing cabinet, trying to find a way to make the apple disappear was kind of hard, but it was also super fun. Is that back here? No, it's not. But the vanishing cabinet I made, you pull the thing and the apple falls to the bottom of the base. Josh says, Lego's made for kids, is what adults would say to play features they could include. My imagination runs. Lego is made for kids, is what adults would say, so play features they could include. My imagination runs wild. Exactly. Like Lego is essentially a kid's toy, and we're just like adults who are collecting it. So yeah, they should have more play features. You know, if I'm a kid, one of the things with this interior actually that I'm noticing as I'm building it is it's just way too cluttered, I feel. You know, if I'm a kid playing with, I mean, I guess there is a good amount of play value. Because you do have the table, you could have like the kitchen cooking and stuff. Actually, my favorite feature of the set is the knitting needles. I don't know if you're familiar with the set, Josh, but if not, you'll see it in the review. But they have they use some wands in here. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see that with the lights, but they have wands in here knitting a sweater. And it's supposed to be like the needles that are like knitting in the house just on their own. But like, yeah, I definitely feel like Lego sets need play features. They need to be able to be played with, you know? And that's one great thing about the set. Like, it's such a weird, I feel like I'm in a weird ground where I'm like, yeah, I would like this set to be, you know, completed more across this way. But at the same time, I like that you can just take your minifigs, I'm gonna try to be in frame here, and I can have them go in here and Arthur can be like, oh, I'm home, you know, what's everyone doing? Did you get your Hogwarts letter in the mail? You know, things like that. So I feel like play is very important for kids. And it does let the imagination run wild, 100%. I mean, and that's one of the great things about Lego. Even like what we were just talking about with this book, you know, it's like, oh, you mentioned this idea, and then it's like, oh, we could actually like make this, you know, and Josh was giving off like different ideas for sets and stuff, and, you know, different ideas of like what you could put in it. And yeah, it is. It's like, that's the imagination. Josh says he does have the set. He bought it from Target. It's a fun build. It is a very fun build. It's super enjoyable. I love building a set that I'm not 100% familiar with, because then you get to build it for the first time and see details for the first time, which is super cool. Like the knitting cloth. I mean, I didn't realize that they were knitting in like the interior of this, which is just super cool. But yeah, I mean, it's very fun to build. It's a great set for building, I think. Good amount of details. I think also, I don't know, I'm trying to think, there was something in the build that like really struck me as interesting. I don't remember now, but I think, I don't know, the whole build is really well done. I like how you can open it up too, which is really cool. And it's like secure too, because they have the snot headlight brick, or not the headlight, it's like a snot brick that goes into a headlight brick. And it like keeps it secure, so if I was to pick this up with one hand, it's not going anywhere, but it's still like able to be opened up. So yeah, this is a really fun set to build. I'm enjoying this build a lot, and I'm also really enjoying talking to you guys throughout the build, because I think that's definitely something that is fun. You know, it's fun. You know, I could just be throwing in a podcast, listening to that, which, I mean, I love listening to podcasts. I'm going to listen to my podcast regardless whether I'm building or not. But, you know, just interacting with fans and people who are fans of Lego, you know, other Lego fans, and really people who enjoy the set the same way I do. I think it's really cool. Which, speaking of Lego fans, I have an idea of something I want to do to build up a bigger Lego community. I'm not going to announce it in this video, but I definitely think there are ways that the Lego community could be built up to be better, if that makes sense. And I definitely want to like try to actually see that happen, because I feel like the Lego community could use a little new positivity, new light, if that makes sense. Putting in the owls right now. I absolutely love that they still use the same owls from 2010. Like this, I've had like a ton of this owl. They use the same one. I think it's great, because it's such a good mold. It looks so good. The printing is good. And then we have the 2020 Hedwig in there. Pretty cool. Let's get her to fit in there. Like so. Awesome. Just about finished with this build. The owlry. Awesome. All right, here's the moment of truth. We actually get to put it onto the top of the burrow. Oh, that's what I thought was interesting. The way they did this little slope. Because obviously this is supposed to look like a rundown building and such. But the way they did the slope on this, I think, is so well done. It looks so good. Is that right? Is that right? Yeah. Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't putting this thing on backwards. Wow, this thing is tall. Holy cow. I was not expecting this to be so tall. Look at that. Wow. I didn't realize how tall this set was. Wow. That's really impressive. Look at that. You can barely see me in the frame anymore. Wow. That's really tall. That looks great. Man, that looks so good. I mean, just even the angle, I feel like it's more subtle than it looks like. I can't tell if it's more subtle of an angle or less subtle of an angle, because that looks so good. Let's see, in chat, this being the LEGO Harry Potter's 20th anniversary, is there anything special you would want them to add to sets? Yeah, definitely. I think, they did the 20th anniversary of LEGO Star Wars with the gold figures, or no, that's Ninjago. So it's like a big anniversary year for LEGO, because last year was 20th anniversary of Star Wars, I believe, and they had all the exclusive stuff in there. And then with Ninjago, it's like 10 years of Ninjago, which Ninjago's doing amazing. They have special gold figures for that. It'd be cool if they did something for 20th anniversary of Harry Potter, you said? Yeah, that'd be really cool. Is that this year? I believe? Maybe for movies. I don't know. I'm trying to think. Because I know the first book came out in like 98. Or 97, 98, something like that. I believe the first movie was 2001, so this will be 20th year. Yeah, you're right, Josh. It'd be cool. It'd be really cool if they did. I don't know. I don't know what they'd do, but they definitely should do something. And I guess, all right, here's another set idea I had that I think would be cool, is if they did buildable wands. I think that'd be pretty cool too. Maybe that could even be a special thing, like 20th anniversary of Harry Potter, you get like Harry's wand, Ron's wand, or no, Harry's wand, the Elder wand, Voldemort's wand. What if they made brick-built wands? That could be really cool, because one of the things I want to talk about is the 18 plus line, and I'll do that in a separate video because we got a really cool conversation going on here. But like, what if they made like advanced Lego Harry Potter wands? I think that'd be cool, right? Like, I'm sure you guys who are big Harry Potter fans would know like what I'm talking about. You go to like Barnes and Noble and you buy the wands. What if they made Lego ones of that, and like they could package them the same way, like in wand shaped boxes? I think that'd be pretty cool. I feel like obviously there's a ton of stuff you can do with excuse me, with Lego. But man, what if they did wands? That could be a lot cooler than the books. Excuse me for a sec. I don't know, I'm trying to think. That could be pretty cool though, if they did like brick built wands or something, even as a 20th anniversary thing. I mean, I feel like it's weird if they do like, I feel like not that I think it's weird. I think they won't do sets just because like Lego Harry Potter isn't celebrating an anniversary, but maybe they will. I hope they do. Like something exclusive, even if it's just like a gift with purchase where it's like you get an exclusive minifigure. I'm trying to think of someone they haven't made yet in Lego, Tom Riddle, for instance. It's not going to be Tom Riddle, but like if say they have like an exclusive Tom Riddle as a 20th anniversary minifigure or something, that could be really cool. Or just anything, I totally lost my train of thought. Josh says in the chat though, with buildable Ollivander's box and character's name and sticker. Exactly. If they were to do the wands, that's what I'm thinking. Like, how cool would that be? Because like one of the things I like with Lego, besides like just the sets that I display in the city, is I love stuff that I can just display. So going back to my favorite Lego set, the pop-up book, the cool thing with this is you can just display it anywhere, right? I could put it on a bookshelf or, back here on the display. And same thing with a wand box. You know, you could have the wand box and you could just display it on a bookshelf or something. People would be like, oh, what's that? You'd be like, oh, it's a Harry Potter wand, but it's made out of Lego. And you could open the box and, like you said, have the sticker on it and just pull out the set, pull out the wand rather. I think that'd be so cool. I mean, I'm sure they could even find a way with like light bricks to like light up the tip of the wand or something. Cause, I mean, that's the one I have one that has like a light up tip when you like wave it. But yeah, I mean, that'd be so cool. There's so many possibilities with Lego Harry Potter that they can do that I feel like they just haven't done. Buildable Hedwig is a decent example of that. You know, it's something other than just the play sets. You know, because the play sets are great, they're amazing, but there's so much more being Lego that you could do to attract maybe the more mature Harry Potter audience or the more like intense Harry Potter audience. I mean, even, you know, kind of like what they did with Lego Brickheads. You know, Funko Pop toys are super popular with people who are really into a certain franchise. They tried doing that with Brickheads. What if they did that using the Harry Potter wands, like making wand sets? I think that'd be super cool, right? I mean, man, that'd be really cool. That's a great idea, Josh. But yeah, buildable wands, I think is definitely a must. They should definitely do that. Yeah, that'd be super cool. Buildable horse, slughorns, hourglass, that'd be super cool. Even like just as a Lego hourglass in general, that'd be really cool. Cause I'm sure there's a way you could do it. Cause like you could have like studs or like 1x1 round tiles or something as an hourglass. Yeah, that'd be super cool, man. Wow, I mean, that'd be so cool. There's so many opportunities, and I feel like, I mean, hopefully that like since they're trying to push this like 18 plus Lego thing, they'll actually like do more of that because, you know, sets like this are great. They're a lot of fun. I really like this set. It's a really cool set. But, you know, you could also, I think, really benefit, especially with your older audience, which Lego is very obviously trying to reach now. I think you could definitely do some good stuff with it. You know, do some good stuff with wands, like we mentioned, or even like, you know, Tales of Beetle the Bard, or this hourglass or something like that. Even, I mean, I'm trying to think what else. I mean, because there's so many like really cool props. You could even do like a buildable golden snitch or something, because like that's actually like something that can honestly be a really cool set. Because if you think about it, the golden snitch is something tiny enough. I mean, I have a golden snitch at home. I'll admit I'm that person, but like you can make like a tiny golden snitch with a little hand. You know, and I mean, anytime you can build a ball out of Lego, it's like looked at as a really cool thing, you know, because I don't know, that's just like one of those things everyone's like, oh, try building a round ball with Lego, and people do it all the time. And it's like, yeah, you know, you could make a golden snitch even. Or, I mean, you could even do all the Horcruxes, you know, think about that. I mean, what if there were like Lego sets of, like, say the locket, or, I mean, probably not the diary, but like you could do like the locket, you could do the cup. I mean, there's so many possibilities, man. I mean, yeah. Lego should definitely like consider that, you know, because if you think about it, this is one thing that's actually I've been thinking about, because if you think about it, Lego Harry Potter is technically done after like the next wave or two of sets, because they would have completed the whole story. You know, we started at year 1, then we get to, you know, year 7. What are they going to do after that, you know? And I don't know, you know, I guess part of you would think, oh, well, they'll probably do what Star Wars did and just like milk the living crap out of all the sets and like keep remaking them, which would be cool. But I feel like there's definitely so many more opportunities to make cool, like, you know, just collectible stuff. I mean, I don't know. I don't know, Josh, you might have just inspired a whole series of mocks to start doing, honestly. You know, you could do like a little golden snitch, wands like we were talking about, Beetle the Bard. I mean, you could do ones of all the Horcruxes. I mean, I'm trying to think what other like things, kind of like how they did the Monster Book of Monsters. You know, they made that set, which I missed out on, unfortunately, which actually kind of funny story. I got like a little greedy from Lego. So the Monster Book of Monsters set comes out like, it's a gift with purchase from January, all of January basically. And I was like, okay, I really want to get the art set. I'll buy that online, get the Book of Monsters set with it. But they were also doing a promotion in the middle of the month where if you spend $40, you also could get like a little police car. So I was like, all right, I'll just wait, you know, the extra 2 weeks, get 2 gifts with purchases. And of course, the set that I was going to buy, which was the art set, goes out of stock. So then I couldn't get it. So I didn't get either gift with purchase, which is kind of funny. So then I thought I'll just buy the Burrow online. Again, out of stock online, because Lego's online shop is always out of stock with stuff. But, you know, yeah, I mean, like how they made the Monster Book of Monsters. If we got more sets like that, that'd be super cool. You threw out some great ideas in there, Josh. Definitely super cool. But yeah, it would just be cool stuff to get from Lego, you know? I think they definitely have more things that they can do than maybe even they know. Because, you know, I feel like if you're a Lego designer, your probably first instinct is like, oh, well, we'll make a set of this memorable moment and people will love it. They will, but, you know, there's obviously a lot more. Buildable Tom Riddle's Diary with a buildable sock piece, like the sock piece that they did in the old sets. Basically 10 tiles with a big sock sticker and an alternate build of a Basilisk Fang. That'd be awesome. That'd be super cool. Excuse me. Man, that'd be really cool, you know, if they were to do something like that. I mean, yeah, they could definitely make, I want to say all the Horcruxes, but I guess you can't really do Harry. But, like, you could definitely make, like, physical models of each Horcrux or something. You know, there's definitely endless opportunities of things they could do. And I honestly might try to tackle some of them by making mocks of it, honestly. Because you're throwing some really great ideas out there, Josh. But, like, yeah, I mean, there's so many things that Lego could be doing in the Harry Potter line that just haven't been done yet, you know, which is kind of interesting, you know? And I don't know, there could definitely be some cool stuff. Definitely some cool ideas of things. I'm trying to think anything else. I mean, obviously all the Horcruxes. I mentioned a Snitch, or the book, the, whatever else we mentioned. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely so many great ideas of things they can make. Lego Harry Potter. I even wish, so even with the classroom book sets they made, I think they could have done so much better if instead of making 4 classroom books for each house, they made 7 classroom books for each movie, or each Harry Potter book rather. You know, because you could have the one, and you could make like custom, like, it doesn't have to be like stickered or printed artwork. It could just be like a mosaic artwork on the front cover of like what the book's title looks like. You know, so for Philosopher's Stone, you could have like Harry on the broom underneath like the arch or whatever, because that's like what the title is. And you could have made like, instead of doing just the classrooms, you could have made it like a lot cooler by making it like the actual Harry Potter books. You know, because how desirable are the actual Harry Potter books to people? I mean, people, you know, collect all kinds of Harry Potter books just because they're the Harry Potter books. You know, they make the like artistic, like colored ones. They make ones that are like hardback, softback, like the really big ones. You know, there's so many different Harry Potter books that they make. You know, they definitely could have done something with that. But yeah, I mean, we've been saying it all night at this point, but there's so many possibilities rather, of things that they could be doing with the waves. And let's hope they do it. You know, I'm sure there's definitely someone at Lego who's sitting there thinking, how could we make this theme better? You know, because obviously it's Harry Potter, it's pretty big, it's gonna sell. But, you know, you've always got to be thinking, what's the next innovation, you know? Because, you know, I mean, everything's changing, you know? What's gonna attract more fans to keep building with Lego, you know? Even something like, even sets. Like, I feel like this set is great for kids, but if you're trying to attract the older fan base, definitely make more like, not nerdy stuff, but like, you know, like nerdier things where it's like stuff more people would enjoy, I guess is what I'm saying. Here we go. I did miss. Oh, I missed one piece. Is this gonna come off? Oh no. Ah, man. All right. I missed this one piece that has to go on the back of the bed. We might end up taking a lot of stuff apart here. Oh, that wasn't too bad. The nice thing is the floors are pretty much all like, not connected, but like, it's not modular, but like they're modular enough in the way they're built that I can just slide this piece in. I'm gonna be uploading like the review, and all the comments are just gonna be, you built the set completely wrong. Man, I really gotta step up that game. But there we go. Once this is all put back in place, that should be it for this set. Man, this is a really cool set, I must say. I am very thankful for all the people who suggested this set. Not only on the video where I basically told you guys to tell me what to buy, but also just in general, you know, just there were a handful of comments saying you should get the Burrow when I made like my first like thoughts video on the sets and things like that. I really am thankful for all your guys' feedback and comments. Like I was saying earlier, you know, Oh, shoot. Please go in. I really do appreciate hearing everything. I'm glad that the videos are making some kind of an influence on people, whether it's inspiring you to build, make your own displays. I mean, whatever it is, I really enjoy doing these, making these videos. This is a hobby of mine. Oh, come on. Why does this not want to go in? Oh, geez. Well, the stream lasts longer because knocking everything off. I think what's confusing me is because it's like slanted, so I think everything's crooked, and then it's like not, because that's how the build's supposed to be. Come on, line up. Oh. Almost there. Oh, why does this not want to go in? Do I have something like not built right? Oh, geez. Oh, boy. Trying to get this last bit on. It's just like I was saying, though, I'm really bad at following the instructions on these things. Because if I would have just followed the instructions, like, step by step, I probably wouldn't have missed that one piece. I wouldn't be in this mess. So I can get the back on, but the front doesn't want to stay down. Oh, maybe it's these guys. That's going to be what it is, right? What did I do? Oh, man. What did I do? I can't tell which way I need to go. Oh, okay. I was pushing the wrong way. Gotcha. All right, there we go. There we go. No, oh, now the back does. Oh my gosh, now the back doesn't want to go in. Come on, come on, come on. Don't fall, don't fall, don't fall. Come on, we're so close, we're so close. Oh, there we go. I heard that click. It's pretty good sound. Let's see, is everything on? All right, perfect. We're gonna stick our elbows back in place. Man, that's really throwing me off, the like slant on the build. That's really throwing me off. I keep thinking I have something like not pushed in all the way or whatever. But there we go. That is it, everybody. Check this out. I'm going to try to pull this as much in frame as possible here. Check it out. There it is. Lego Harry Potter The Burrow. Oh, man. This set looks so good. Man, I'm really, really happy with this set. Like I said, thank you guys for suggesting this and voting for this set. Man, this is a really nice looking set. This is a really nice looking set. Obviously, there are things about it that I like and I dislike. But I'll go into all that more in the review, obviously. But man, thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I really do appreciate that. You guys are amazing. For everyone who hung out, chatted. I enjoy interacting and talking with you guys. One of my favorite parts of YouTube, actually, is reading the comments. I love just like all the positivity, responding to you guys, asking questions, anything I can do to just really make the stream, or not even the stream, the videos more engaging, more interactive is great. And yeah, I enjoy doing these live streams. If you guys enjoy the live streams, I feel like I say this all the time, but if you enjoy the live streams, definitely let me know. I'd love to just hang out live more on YouTube, even if I'm not necessarily building something, just like hang out, talk Lego. I mean, I could even set up like this and we could just like play around with like some of the characters on here, like Clayface, do whatever. We could have them like destroy the Burrow or something. I don't know. But definitely, if you guys are interested in live streams, more from me, just chatting with me about Lego, definitely let me know. I do like that it's a smaller viewing on these because it's like a lot more personal. We can kind of be talking back and forth almost. But yeah, I mean, that's really all I've got for this one. If anyone has any last questions or any last things they want to talk about, let me know in the chat real quick. If not, I'll probably log off of this. But man, that was super fun. That was a really fun stream. I enjoyed building the set. I enjoyed getting to talk with you guys, come up with ideas for Harry Potter, brainstorm things. I talked a little bit about the LAN and what else did I even talk about? Vidiyo in the beginning. But yeah, that was super fun. That was a super fun time. I enjoyed this. Josh, it's great chatting with you. You're awesome, very inspiring. I know I'm feeling down to watch your vids. Can't wait to watch your review. Thank you for all you do for the Lego community. Well, thank you so much, Joshua. I really appreciate that. I'm really glad that you enjoyed watching the chat, watching the videos. It's humbling. It's a really humbling experience because obviously, having the passion for Lego is one thing, but seeing that other people are enjoying what I'm doing, it's just super cool. So I really do appreciate that, Joshua. It was great talking to you in the chat. I feel like we had a really cool conversation. It felt like we were really coming up with some great brainstorms for things. And yeah, man, I really appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying the videos. That's all I have to say about that. I'm just so glad you're enjoying the videos because that's why I'm making them, for people to enjoy. So I'm glad you liked them, man. Like I said, more videos coming soon. I'm not sure if I'm going to get one out for this Monday. I probably could if I really want to do. It's going to also depend on the schedule. Obviously, I'm filming this on Sunday, so I'm not going to edit it in one day. That'd be ridiculous. But I don't know. I might try to do something for Monday's video. I do have a couple more pre-recorded videos from back home that I did, mainly just reviews of stuff. Might do that. I might even make a video just chatting or whatever. But yeah, that's really it for this video. Josh says he's excited to see what the pop-up idea. I am too. That was a really great idea of yours. A lot of credit for that idea is going to you. So if I ever end up doing anything with that, I'll give you a shout out in the video or something. But yeah, the idea of making something with the pop-up book would be super cool. I think I said, though, I won't be able to do it till like a while from now because I'm at school right now. So I'm not in the big Lego space, but hey, it's all good. Thanks again to everyone who checked out the stream and watched it. I really do appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Anyways, though, that is going to be it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I never know how to close out videos, so I guess I'll say all the normal YouTube stuff. Subscribe is down here on your screen with the end screens. My film channel should be right here, and then we've got 2 suggested videos right here. Anyways, that is it for this video. Josh, it was awesome hanging out with you and everyone else in the chat. You guys are amazing. That is going to be it for this video, though. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll talk to you all again in my next video.